Hello fish keepers and other people who want to learn more about the fish keeping hobby. Welcome to Aquarium Thoughts, and I'm Dave. Today I'm going to delve into a subject I kind of delved in a little bit when I was talking about where we are failing the aquarium hobby, both as fish keepers as well as the stores. I still have one more on that series to come along, which I will be doing shortly. But this is just another aspect of where we are failing the aquarium hobby. And basically this goes back to a video I watched last week from Lucky Schmuck's Fish Caves about beta rescues and going to the store, seeing a bad situation, a sick fish, and wanting to buy him and take him home to make him feel better, put him in a better situation, to rescue him. I mean, it's a great gesture, and I do agree with Lucky Schmuck that perhaps we shouldn't be doing that. Mainly because we're telling these fish stores or whatnot, stores, that we support them in their deplorable conditions that they keep their fish in, which is just going to be repeat the cycle because they're just going to buy more to replace that one and put them into the same deplorable conditions as that one fish that you rescued was in. And they're going to see the sales up, so they're going to think that, okay, let's buy more fish, which can put more fish into that situation. I think that's part of the problem. It's just a small portion of that. I mean, yes, we're doing harm by doing that. Fish stores are doing harm by keeping the fish in that situation and just repeating the cycle over and over again. But I think a big portion of that is basically we need to be doing more to improve this situation in this hobby. We need to be making sure that these fish are being taken care of, that they're in good conditions, they're not all sick. I mean, I can understand here and there that you're going to have some situations where, yes, you're going to have some sick fish in these stores. It's going to be unavoidable for the most part. It just happens sometimes. But it's just some other situations out there that should be avoided. I mean, I walked into a big box store once. Every single tank, every single fish in there was sick. Some worse than others, but each and every one of that fish in there had some sort of disease going on, whether it be ick or whatnot. I mean, I saw one fish in there kind of just struggling to hang on, which should have been pulled from that tank ages ago and euthanized rather than just letting it sit in the tank to suffer. Why are we doing this to these fish? Why are we allowing these big box stores to do it? Now, don't get me wrong, there's some big box stores out there, well, certain stores within these big box that are doing great jobs, and they should be commended for that. And I'm not going to be basically ranting on the employees there. A lot of it's higher ups. But even if you do work in there, we should be making sure that these fish and animals are being taken care of as well, as much as you can. I wouldn't expect miracles, but that's just the situation that it's in. These stores are keeping them in bad situations. Now, this is not just all on big box stores, mind you. This is also little mom and pop local fish stores as well. I mean, I've been to some stores that are horrible as well. I remember walking into one, I found a bigger fish, I don't remember what it was, but it was just kind of clinging onto life as well with a big old sore on the side of its body. I mean, and that's something that had been in the tank longer than just overnight. Unless there was a smell or something I didn't see in the tank, but there's no other fish with it. Just by itself, big old sore. And unless maybe they're just kind of just caring for it in there. But it'll look bad being out in a public display case to begin with. But we need to be striving to do better, to improve. Other countries out there do have regulations to prevent a lot of this. Why in the U.S. are we not doing more to do this? More to protect these fish as we would with other pets. If we treated our dogs and cats in these stores like they do the fish, there'd be a large outcry, there'd be national media attention on it, there'd be people basically clamoring for charges to be pressed, and yet when it comes to the lowly fish, there's nothing, absolutely nothing. They just think fish are just decorations, something that you buy for each table at a wedding, something to hand out as a prize at a carnival, hand them to people who probably don't know what they're doing, haven't researched it, don't have the proper equipment set up at all, and and then they go to the pet store, and the pet store just sells them smaller than what they need. Oh, that goldfish could fit in the bowl. It'll just grow to the size of the bowl. Yeah, you're fine. You're good. Oh, that betta fish right there, just cold water. Doesn't need a heater, no filter, no nothing. Why are we allowing this to continue? I mean, it's just one of those things that we need to make sure we are improving. That way we're not hurting the hobby, we're not hurting ourselves. Because personally, I don't want to be seen as being part of a hobby that is doing bad things to these fish. I mean, if we're just supporting that, that's basically what we are doing. We're just ending up being part of the problem rather than trying to find some way to improve. I'm a firm believer in making sure that we are improving. Whether it be in the aquarium hobby or outside your life or whatever, we should be doing something to be improving ourselves, improving the hobbies that we're a part of. Otherwise, it's just going to be just following the status quo. But definitely for these fish, we need to be better. We need to be making sure that the sources and the distributors we're buying fish from are doing a good job. And furthermore, I think it's going to be a hard thing to do unless we find a way to get better regulation in the U.S. for this. Because these distributors, these fish stores are probably not going to do much. I mean, yes, we could stop supporting them, but in the long run, we need to find someone to buy fish from if we want to keep them. And that's going to be hard to do when a lot of even a lot of fish stores I go to, there's a lot of things that I don't agree with how they're doing things, but there's no other choice. They're the only game in town for the most part. I mean, yes, I could order online, but I don't know how they keep their fish. I mean, yes, if they get to me healthy, yeah, that's one thing, but I don't know how they're keeping them healthy on their end. But for the most part, I do think there needs to be better regulation in this. We need to start making sure that our lawmakers, people in Congress, wherever, our state legislators or state governors are doing something to help us, help this hobby. That way we're not treating these fish badly, the stores aren't treating these fish badly. Basically they're not selling undersized bowls to fish that need 80-gallon tanks. It's just something we need to make sure we're improving for the sake of our hobby as well as the sake for these fish. Otherwise it's not going to be a good situation overall. We need to improve. We need to find ways to basically change this hobby so we could actually have stores that are keeping fish in good situations rather than constantly supporting these businesses that just constantly keep these fish in bad situations. That's why I know a lot of times people tell other people not to go to a big box store to buy their fish, mainly because of the living conditions. But let's face it, there's people out there that that's their only choice. And we really need to make sure that those big box stores are treating their fish right. So we're buying healthy fish and not just starting out with an unhealthy fish. I mean, I'm sure you guys at home, you keep the fish nice and happy and healthy, which we all should be striving to. But we should also be striving to make sure that our stores or their sources and whatnot are treating them fairly as well. And basically that's pretty much it. We need to make sure we are improving this hobby. That way we're not having to go to the store and buy one of their fish that's in a bad situation, which is only going to repeat the cycle. We need to make sure that they know that what they're doing is not good for these fish. It's not good for the hobby. It's not good for the business. Because in the end, they're driving a lot of people away. I know it drives me away sometimes when I know that they're not treating these fish fairly in good situations. I mean, I wouldn't want to go to a store that I know constantly has fish always sick. Why would I want to go to a store that always sells sick fish? I personally don't want sick fish. I don't want sick fish at my house. I don't want to start off with sick fish. I mean, yeah, I could rescue sick fish, but what is that really? What is that really gaining? What are we actually doing there? We're just supporting a bad industry, which we should be trying to change for the better. Anyways, definitely check out Lucky Smuck's Fish Cave on YouTube. I'll put some links up here as well as the description. Subscribe to his channel. I do love his channel. I love the way he presents things. I love the information he hands out. Definitely check out his video on the subject on betta fish rescue. And I hope you gained something from this. I hope you gained something from that. I hope we just try to improve each other. And in the end, We just need to be making a better hobby for us to enjoy. But if you do like this video, feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button down there as well. Hit the bell notification if you want to get notifications when I do post a new video like this one or any other types of videos I might do. I know this is actually one of the more videos that actually goes more in tune to my channel name, Aquarium Thoughts. This is just my thought on the matter. If you have any other suggestions on how we should be improving this hobby, what we can do to maybe improve these living conditions at these big box stores, local fish stores, and whatnot, other than just boycotting them, I mean, yeah, that would help. But we need to be striving to do more than just that, because in the end, there's going to be other people out there who are going to just support them anyways, whether or not we talk to them or not. So, I mean, let's just face it. I know a lot of people out there in the general public just view fish as a decoration, something to brighten up their house, something that they don't do with a dog or cat. But anyways, I hope you like this video. I hope you like my channel. And as always, have a good night, day, or whenever you're watching this. Thank you.